I would like to thank Ami Parivar to start this initiative where it's bringing all of us on one platform. So today's agenda, just one minute, I'll minimize this one. So preparation of the training and seminar will continue. We'll go more deep. We will also have a small workshop today. Suhas, I think we can break out the rooms as like yesterday, correct?
Definitely.
Yeah, and how much time generally we can break out? At least we can give 5 minutes or 10 minutes.
Yeah, time we can define. There is no problem. I can, whatever you say, I will define accordingly.
Okay, that's good. That then we'll discuss. We want to have a small workshop as a learning for all of us. Then we'll just move to how to create the proper training environment. Then which are the effective techniques and methods to have the maximum learning and training effect. How to handle shy participants if some participants don't want to contribute or ask questions. How to deal with questions. And then closing and feedback form. So before moving to this one, I would also like to explain the agenda. 27 June, that's today. Part 3 will cover between 4 to 5 o'clock. Then we'll take a break 10 minutes. Then part 4 and last 10 minutes we'll spend some time for filling the poll or giving the feedback form. I would like to listen a recap of yesterday from each of you. Maybe you can speak just one point which you remember yesterday or which you would like to share here as a recap. Either you can chat, you can write in the chat, or you can speak. I would like to get a feedback from all the 15 participants, please. Just talk only one thing, what you remember of yesterday.
Communication, better communication.
Yeah, sorry?
Better communication.
Yeah. Okay, Suhas say better communication, but can we go specific, like the verbal?
Yesterday we discussed
like a video presentation or a PPT, those kind of presentation or communication.
Okay, good. So
and do's and don'ts in sessions.
Yeah, so Ram adds that do's and don'ts of the session, correct, Ram? Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, so Pallavi says that verbal and non-verbal communication we learn. Neha says modes of communication. Then Kedar says how to present. Yeah, the body language, the movement on the stage, the hands, legs, all this usage of our body part. What is the purpose of training? Yes, what is the objective of training? We must be knowing before going. Then again, Neha Kedar says body language, connecting with the participants that we learn. Yes, Sandeep highlighted learning pyramid we learned. Then there's such planning of the training. Yes, planning of the training. Yesterday we just touched a little bit. Today we will cover more detailed planning of the training. Any more points we miss to discuss here? Abhinay says don't, like derogative words. Good body. Okay, that background of the participant. Yes, we should know who is the participant. Do's and don'ts. Anything else? Do you remember anything like the 4 learning methods or the styles?
Visual, hearing, combination of both.
Yes, motor style, visual style learning, then the lecture auditive style, and only the speaking
acting.
Or the lecture.
And the last is acting.
Acting. Can we hear something from Nishant? Nishant, you remember? You explained do's and don'ts. Yeah. I think let me check to the list. We didn't hear anything from Sujit. Sujit Mahajan, can you add something from yesterday? Sujit, are you there, Sujit?
Yeah, hello sir. Actually, yesterday I was not present due to some emergency, so today I am joining that one.
That's fine, Sujit. I think then this recap is perfectly for you. You know, at least you'll get a glimpse of that one. You know, and so it will be good for the continuing. So Neha says that that's good. Yeah. So Neha also says understanding the audience. Yes, we have to know what they are looking for. What is the purpose of their program? So Ram, you can add any point if we miss from yesterday where people you remember.
I was speaking, but I didn't put the mic on. Yeah, actually, we should welcome words. We should start with
Yes,
and
yes,
small talks
yeah,
like how are you? You had breakfast or what is
correct,
that journey and
correct,
parking? We should
correct.
start with
Some
and
icebreakers.
initially we should start with yourself. You should present yourself and what about you yourself.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Very, very important. Very important. Like audience always wants to know. I am sitting in front of this person for 1 hour and 2 hour. Who is exactly this person? What he's doing in this company? What is his role? And you have to put you have to embrace yourself. You have to tell why you're doing this thing. You can experience. You can share your experiences. How many type of training programs you did. So that's always give the confidence that, oh, this guy has company has chosen that person to come on the podium and the stage. So there must be something different. Very good. Then Kedar says timing of presentations. Yes, we should start on time, finish on time. Breaks, we should explain then the agenda. And Ram also explained, if you see any talk shows or anything, the host or presenter is there. He always narrates that who is the trainer today, what is his background, and then he welcomes. It's more effective rather than the person comes and he explain him more. So you're always next time when you do the presentation, put your first slide. You have to talk about yourself. Don't unnecessarily undergrade or underestimate your experiences. Yeah, Swati says escape routes. Then yeah, 5 senses we use. Yes, exactly. Ritesh says 5 senses. Less filler words while speaking. Okay, I think we are almost covered a point, and I'm very happy that it's a good memory people are carrying because it was an interactive session. If it is only a lectures, then definitely we cannot expect a lot. So
Yogesh, I
let's.
have one question.
Sorry, please. Yeah.
See, yesterday we were talking about
Yeah.
the communication, how we have to move your presentation, your
Correct.
things. But
Correct.
whether we should go to
Yeah.
the last point, the last person while
Yeah.
talking means to just pay attention or to get his attention. Is it necessary or not? Because most of in our company,
Yeah.
we used to stand at one place and
Yeah.
the audience is very limited, like say 10 or 15 people.
Correct.
So the person sitting at the back means on
Yeah.
the last benches, we can say,
Yeah.
I think they are not getting the correct communication or the message. Is it necessary to we should walk down till the last
Yes.
row?
Yeah. Yeah. I recommend that walking, if it is allowed, means for example, if there are 100 people, like a theater style sitting, you can still at least walk a half. You can go in between, but make it sure you're not showing the back always to the front participants. Your walking should be maybe a little bit reverse way, or you go and
Mhm.
not spend much time, because definitely if you see a lot of talk shows, people are talking with that one person, maybe answering the question, then other people lose the interest. So how to keep it interactive when you move backside, that we will try to cover in the dealing with questions. So, but yeah, but movement is possible. Yes, if it is required, then it's possible. You should move a little bit. That's fine. I hope
Okay.
I answer your question, Ram.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So if any no more question, then we can move to the main presentation for today. Just we explain about the yesterday, then let's go for today. We started with the 3 important points. First point of, you should be proud. You should inspire the audience. You should be proud of your employer you're presenting in that one. And third most important point, the preparation of training and seminar. Planning is the half success. If you prepare very well, it's a half success. So what the preparation is the key. So what preparation is required? Rather than I say something, we want to have a small workshop now. Suas, you can hear me? I hope all participants also don't mind to have a small workshop, virtual workshop. Then we'll just break into, Suas, if you can break into 4 rooms. So what is the rule we want to do? We will break out into 4 or 5 rooms, depending on how Zoom allocate us.
And
Brainstorm your ideas.
what is the timing?
Sorry?
Total time which we should spend?
We should give only 5 minutes, because they also have to talk also.
Sure.
Yeah. Guys, colleagues, I'll just explain what we want to do. We'll do a workshop on preparation. We will break out into 4 or 5 rooms. Then each room will brainstorm their ideas. The team will nominate their team leader. You please decide. And the team leader will present the group idea. After that one, the 2 minutes that there is a training or there is a seminar, which thing you will consider while preparing that. So you can try to implement the
Hello.
Putting that in chat room. So conference room will be the first meeting location or a training location.
Sandeep, just 1 minute. Sandeep, this chat room you're putting the common chat room or only this group chat room?
This is a group chat room only, not others. We 4 are there only.
But can we use this chat room after this room is break? So it's better way we maybe physical somewhere. Sushil is making a point.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
good.
making it physical.
Yeah,
Okay,
training location.
Training location, I think, will be the first one, right?
Correct. Training location is there. Yes.
And then I will make sure that the attendee list, based on that, then I will make sure that sitting arrangement, projector, connector, water, snacks, tea, coffee arrangement will be there. Logistics.
Absolutely. Very, very important. Then also we have to inform them if any gate pass is required to enter that premises. It's a free zone or is the building permission, parking lots are there. Then you should also know which washrooms you are allocating to the participants there, because it can be a very big event, it can be a very small event, but we cannot ignore this thing. Even one small thing can ruin everything.
Then I will before the meeting, half an hour before, I will make sure that my laptop and my audio video devices are connected and working well.
Very important. Noise, temperature. If you want to distribute any printouts for reading or taking any opinion, those printouts are ready or not. If you want to issue the certificates are ready or not.
Because quite often we have seen in our practical things that people struggle a lot during the meeting or at the time of meeting, when everybody is there, their laptop will not be connecting, their connector will not be working.
Absolutely. Sometimes the video is not running and then, oh, sorry, it was running yesterday, I don't know why it's running. Then it loses complete tempo. The seriousness goes away. People
if it's a virtual meeting like this, then I will make sure that all people, audiences are on mute in the beginning.
Yes.
Yes. Because sometimes hybrid meetings are there. Some people joined offshore.
Yes, that's correct. Sushil, any points from your side?
I think most of my points means I agree with Sandeep what he said, and I personally don't recall anything in addition to that. But I totally agree with what he said.
Okay, I also feel maybe one point like what are the timings? AM, PM is communicated well or not? Then how much will be the duration? A lot of people do consider. I thought it was morning 9 o'clock or evening 9 o'clock. No, not that much difference, but it can create the day. I thought it was this Saturday or that Saturday. Lot of confusion. We feel that it's well communicated, but confusion always there. So consider the date, timing, duration.
Yogesh, I also do. I don't know. Can I share?
Please, of course. This is a forum.
What I do, if I have 20 slides, sometime from my same team or my boss is there, I will also initially have an agreement from them that first 4-5 slides I will talk about this, and then slide number 6, 7 will speak about Rahul, and 8, 9, 10 and thank you and conclusion will be speak by my CIO.
Very important. Also, if it is a very critical, the role play doing is also good. Something like this, just do a 15-20 minutes of mock up for the big meetings. I think now that the waiting time is finishing, so
yes,
Sushil and Sandeep, you both can present. Okay, yeah, thank you. This will break out,
Yeah,
Suhas?
it will break out.
Correct. Yeah.
संपलंय का त्याचं रूम ब्रेक केलं की अडचण येते तयार राहावं लागतं.
Okay, all are back.
Yeah, we are back.
I hope all of you have had some 5 minutes where I think enough. I don't know enough, not enough. The group only has to explain now. Yeah. So
Yogesh, it is not enough. We cannot able to conclude the point also.
no, if you know what I feel, then almost all points will be covered. Then I think I have to skip that slide. Okay. So
My team found it sufficient.
correct. So let's start with the volunteers. Maybe I don't know who you already nominated your group leaders, correct? So please, group leaders should come on the stage with the camera and please we want to listen.
Yeah, I can start my group from
Please.
as a team leader from my team. So we
Yeah.
we have just write down 10 points.
Yeah.
For preparation of a seminar, we need to have a good topic, so and good knowledge about the topic.
Yeah.
That is first point. And second is the title should be catchy. So although the content can be a similar one, but then it should be an attractive title so that people will have that what do you say, a curiosity to know what exactly they are going to learn.
Correct. Yeah.
Then a venue, having an idea about venue is also very important because what will be the audience setting, that matters a lot for a trainer. Then few activities to engage the audience, few live examples which can connect your topic to the live cases, so that way they can relate to their profile or their job, what they are doing. The timing is very important, what we need to inform the audience, especially if you are having any break in between. Bringing them back to the room is very important. Online it's very simple because we have a control, but then when it comes to face-to-face seminar or workshops, it becomes challenging because once people are engrossed in coffee talks and all, so it goes on and on. So that is one thing. Presentation is something which needs to be taken care of. Mock presentation before we start actual presentation. We should have 5 to 10 minutes before the seminars. We should have a trial because sometimes it's not compatible. So that is something a challenge. And then agenda should be discussed with all the audience so they get into clarity what is the flow of the presentation. And then there's the way to collect the feedback and to have something which is going to connect to the next webinar or seminar if we have. So those are the 10 points which our team has come up with.
Okay, your group has brilliantly prepared. I'm just making a note in the Excel so that I'll show to all of the team. Just the last point, the action plan. Action plan for next event.
Yeah, sometimes we ask them like which topic you would like to discuss in the next seminar.
Yes.
So that gives the connectivity to the and we can have an assurance that 50% of the audience will be there for the next seminar.
Correct. In the feedback form only, you also can ask that audience what you'd like to learn different from this company. What you can highlight, because maybe in this presentation the trainer talk only about one topic, the slide. Maybe on that slide it could be another presentation, another event training. Okay, that's exactly. Make a note of here, and that's good. So that's from okay. Would like to hear from another next group now.
I'll continue with that.
Please.
So in my group it was Sandeep, Suhas, and Yogesh. And some of the points which has been brought forward by our team was subject content. So whatever the subject, the information and things should be very much clear, and it should be double checked to avoid any kind of error or mistakes and such kind of embarrassing instance. Second thing, it was mentioned that the training location, it should be training location as well as the schedule. it should be very much well conveyed to all the participants that what exactly the training room it is, and it should be very much prepared by checking whether the devices, PPTs or projectors all are working and properly functional. And at the same time, schedule has to be mentioned, because many times kind of confusion can happen that it could be AM or PM or maybe this Saturday or that Saturday kind of thing. So
Correct.
it should be well confirmed, and it would be better if by mail we can get the confirmation of all the participants, so that they can get the notification well before that what are the day and time.
Absolutely.
So,
something called reminder. Reminder also we can.
yeah, reminder kind of. So we can send the request to them, and once they accept, they will have the reminder as well. So
Correct.
in addition to that, we need to also check whether in the premises that whether they have the car parking area available, and sometimes the premises could be big enough. So you also need to arrange some security person, that if the attendee is coming, to guide them to the particular training room, whatever is allocated. So it will help them. And in addition to that, we need to take care of that if the participants are coming, they should be having decent notepad, pen, snacks, and these things which are this should be available adequately. And in addition to that, if any printouts or any material has to be distributed, it can be placed well before they come to the meeting, and so that when they come there, they will be having access to it, and it will save our time for the presentation purpose. And yes, that is most of the points what we have discussed.
Yes, Sushil. Almost it's nicely prepared. A lot of points are already there, so that's good. So thank you so much, Sushil. We can move to another team leader then, please.
Yeah, this is Ritesh here. I'm from Group 2.
Yeah.
For the seminar, the location is very important. You should always have the location out of the company or the organization, which will not means people will not go out and start the work. So the location is very important. But then the presenter should know the audience, the background, and he should have the good presentation. And when he starts, somebody should introduce the presenter, and should speak about the presenter, what his background is. And then once he starts, the presenter should have a good frame. Good frame, and from good frame we can move to the main topic and start with the good interactive sessions. And he should explain what are the advantages of the seminar with the help of different video clips, then interaction, show different types of proof of the seminar, and then he can slowly start interacting with the people and try to involve all the peoples in the seminar. And at the end, I would like to add that for each like seminar is like an exam. So there should be some exam or feedback form at the end of the session. Some interactive maybe an objective questionnaire, which will by which people will the trainer can understand how much people have gathered from the seminar. So that's what our point was.
Correct. Ritesh, thank you so much. You also explained some offbeat points which were not, the two groups couldn't present. But this is also, your explanation is also the mix of content, the actual presentation. That is correct, which we are try to add all the learnings. Very nice. You also say quiz and test, very important. You know, nothing comes free of cost and nobody appreciates free. So at least if you test their skills, it also gives some compulsion or obligation. That what I learned in that, a lot of companies do. We, at least in our company, have the procedure. Whenever we do the training program, the person scores less than 70%, he will not get a certificate. He has to go through the video again.
Yeah, he has to undergo the session again and take the retraining of the session.
Exactly. That also creates the obligation, respect to the trainer and the training department. Very good. Yeah, I think some nice ideas. Can we move to the next team leader?
I think myself, Ram, we have four were there. Sujit is there, Nishant and Swati was there. Okay, just I will read some bullet points.
Please.
Everybody has covered, I think, almost all the points. Just I want to add one more point. You should have your backup plan. If anything goes wrong anywhere, you cannot predict. And you should have one backup plan. Either maybe in audio problem, maybe in the audio or anything.
Correct.
Then your system doesn't work at time. Then you should have backup plan for this your seminar or whatever your session. And second one, I would like to add that you should do the rehearsal.
Yes.
Because many of my colleagues I saw lack of their rehearsals, they are not being successful in their sessions.
Yes.
This is what points we want to add in this one, because most of them they have covered all the points.
Yeah.
Correct. Then we will go ahead and say that we have to tell stories about what is the success of yourself and your company, and what about your product and what you're going to sell. That success story is required. Even you cannot give the success story of your product, then how Mercedes-Benz come up. That short story you can give it to them, and this is one part of motivation.
Absolutely.
While in the sales meeting, you should start giving a very short stories.
Yeah, motivational story. Yeah, correct. It can be a motivational story. Ram, very widely explained, and you didn't cover the same covered points, but you talked the very important point: backup plan. Very important.
Correct.
Even backup plan of the trainer. You are planner. Very important clients are flying overseas, and you are the trainer. And unfortunately, you cannot go on the training day. What you'll do? It can create a blunder. You prepared a beautiful presentation. So as you say, the dress rehearsal or what it may be, during rehearsal, maybe backup trainer can be created, because there are always in the company 2-3 good guys are there where they know the subject. If not, then involve them in a rehearsal. At least if you are not there on that day of training, the person can take a charge and he can do the training. This is very important. Even I didn't consider this point in my training planning. Never. This is also new learning for me now. Very good.
No, because it has been happened in our company. At most everything, one of my colleagues, he has a very beautiful presentation. He showed to me also, and luckily, what happened? He had just while showing me, he just forwarded in my email.
Correct.
And I supported him by giving that email, forwarded him, and he started immediately his session. That was very, very beautiful.
No, this is required exactly. So thank you, Ram. Also, can we also have? There are more team leaders left, or all are covered now? So
done, all done.
Okay, good. So without
one point in between, you mentioned that there is no worth for free sessions, which I can realize today, because yesterday we are having people, and people did not turn up today.
Correct. No, so as you know, that's actually we have the liberty to talk among these people. We are the same language speaking community, so we can be free. But when it comes to the corporate world, really things are different. You go and you can test outside. Let's see. Anyway, we are still a nice workshop group. We already
just want to add one thing, Yogesh.
Please.
Yeah, what Ram said. That's as a practice. What we always do is I will also be keeping one laptop as a backup along with my one colleague who will speak, and obviously the email and pen drive will be ready with those slides, separate thing.
Yeah, anything can happen. Laptop can crash, the pen drive can crash. Yeah, absolutely. This is very.
So as I mentioned in our group session, I don't know. I think if our friend shared that point, the breakout of those slides. If 10 slides are there, and if I have 3 colleagues, mainly I will divide 3-4 slides amongst 3 of us who will mainly touch up the point. Normally, technical architecture kind of stuff, I would let my architect to explain that to the audience. And technical queries also my architect will take care. If any business related question or very strategic finance related question comes, then I would let my CIO to answer that. Yeah, depending on who is asking, I will take that.
Yeah, it's always better rather than if the slide is prepared by somebody else, only you're presenting. And if any question comes, then you have to ask, can you please explain? You're asking to other colleague. It's better that slot of slides that colleague should present. It's always effective. Very nice, guys. I am really happy and nice to see so many creative ideas. So let's move to now. Just 1 minute, sorry. You can see my screen now. PowerPoint, it's visible?
Not yet. Not
No,
yet.
no, no.
Okay. I think you can see now, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So let's check now if we can get something new, if we miss, or I will also get something new learning here. Who is your audience? How many? How many are they coming? If your room is enough to occupy them. Why are they attending? What is their objective? Their objective is to just to have a tea, coffee, a lunch, or really they want to learn, because you can send any questionnaire before 2 days. What is your goal? Your goal is to relationship building, to sell any concept in that one, or even an HR manager, what he wants to achieve in that induction training. He wants to talk only about the policies or any hands-on. Also, any hands-on is required, like it will be only a theoretical training or any practical is there. How long it will be, 2 hours, 4 hours, full day, what are the timings, what is the duration, where it will take place, your office or customer place. So customer place going, then customer do have the same projector which is compatible with your laptop, very important. I saw people go there and they spend 1 hour to look for the right connector and the audience is waiting or they lose their interest. Is any study material to be circulated before training day? If you want to discuss a strategic case studies where 10 pages the people should read, in a lot of MDP's management development program, the trainer will give the reading material 3 or 4 days before, so that it's expected the audience will read and they will come prepared to discuss that topic, so that the focus only will be discussed to case solving. Parking lots. Now the training room, already we covered what is important in the training room. Just look into that one, the training room itself, where the training will happen. Room temperature, light, noise. Lot of time room temperature, the AC remote is not able to find, people struggle for that one. Light control, who will control the light? Somebody should make off the light when you're presenting, because your slide should be nicely visible. Audio visual printout checks, you should check before it is working fine, no surprises. Absolutely, I also saw many cases. The presenter says, I tried, it was working yesterday, I don't know why it's not working now. Audience says, I really don't know, have you tried or you're just lying, you know? So there is no base. Yeah. So presentation materials to be used, if you are going to use the flip chart, so check with the customer location or the client, the flip chart is there or not. Even in your, lot of time flip chart, the board is there, but there are no papers, the panes are not working. Then you struggle, you lose your tempo to look for the panes. Water, tea, coffee, snacks, lunch, who will order? That certain department or the people should take care. WC locations, you should explain if the big office, or maybe sometimes there should be WC locations allocated to the visitors, only especially for them, or sometimes media people, press people also come, their location should be. Then the sitting arrangement. So the sitting arrangement is also an important topic. Let's look into the different type of sitting arrangement. First style is the typical U arrangements, U style sitting arrangement. Number 2 is the typical theater or the classroom. Third is the stage, and fourth is the groups, something like a canteen style. So as per your subject, what you want to what is your objective, what you want to achieve, you can decide the sitting arrangement after going there, or you can plan before. Then techniques and methods of training. Any questions so far in these 4 slides? No. Any question is there? Okay, no. Yeah, thank you. Okay. So now techniques and methods of the training. We already yesterday we are discussing some topics which is new, which is aware. Now brainstorming. So here now we just already did the brainstorming. We'll see what is brainstorming. Case study, comment cards, demonstration, drawing or illustration, energizers, very important, when to use the energizers, role play, rotating role plays, then silent or out loud reading, then group feedback, then storytelling. as Ram just highlighted about the storytelling, we'll also cover now some of the techniques and methods, how to use, where to use. First is the brainstorming. Just now we did the small brainstorming. We gave the participant a topic or question. We asked them to divide in the group. Now here, thanks to SUAS and the Zoom technology, it was automatically divided. We can also divide the physical group of people with some chocolates or some identical colors or something innovative, to keep them interesting. Then we have to ask them as thinking and then write down all the responses, no wrong answers. So the team leader can come and present, and he can put the best ideas in the stage, can come, and it can be presented with the flip charts, or they can prepare the PPT. Flip chart is more effective nowadays. PPTs are really old school of thought. Flip charts, people try to connect more during the school days where they can scribble, something like that. They can use the color combinations, different pictures. Then energizers. It's always very obvious that after lunch or late in the afternoon, participant may become lethargic and unmotivated. I would like to get an opinion from all of you or some of you, whoever is voluntarily, can just write in the chat box what energizers we can use. What energizers we can use? Just
what we have noticed normally, the trainers will keep the activity sessions post lunch.
Yes, exactly. Yes. Yeah, correct. So already Neha says games, some jokes, role plays, quiz. Ritesh said for some activity sessions. Yeah, any activities, it can be a physical activity. The purpose is they should break their sleep, they should break their boredom, they should revitalize their energy with a brief fun activity, either physical or different, that I said, which also can be related to some learning, Offbeat topic also we can choose some jokes and all, that is good, but if we try to involve something, the yesterday's topic or the first session topic, even we did the recap in the morning, just today first, starting the session. The recap also can be done with some interesting method. We all know the music chair. Yeah. So we all can do the music chair, like take a funny toy and give in anybody's randomly hand. And he should speak about one topic or one learning what he did in a previous session, what he got. And then he can pass on that toy to other guy. So everybody will talk about one topic. Also, and this you should not do while sitting. It should do with rise and shine. Make a circular group so the people can see each other. And they talk, they throw the toy, or you can also play a music. The toy can move around the group and you stop the music. Also, you can ask them to dance, even on the music. Absolutely. People do enjoy dancing. Some people don't want to dance. Absolutely. They can do some funny activities. No problem. So these energizers are very effective. That's always impression. I think somebody's mic is on. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Also, the music play with toy rotation, I already explained. So this energizer also can give the offbeat energy to the people, and they can think something. Mind will come. They will be more energized and they'll charge. Let me see any ideas I got. Yeah, can play a presentation related videos. Yes, that's also one of the good idea. Physical movements. Yeah, some people do the deep breathing exercises. Yoga. Just do the 5 minutes yoga steps. Some gossip from Bollywood. Amit says, yeah, but that is a good idea. But if the participants all over the globe, then Bollywood gossip gossip is very interesting and it's highly contagious. So I feel sometimes it's difficult to control them. It can go for long because you are the trainer, you are the controller. Huh? Yeah. Yeah.
One session which one of the session which I attended, Yogesh, in that one, that was online session. And what the trainer was doing, he has one some of his book. Basically, he was a author. What he told, he will tell in between that 8 hours, he used to tell some password, one number or alphabet. Every hour he will tell. Those people who has the correct password available, they can go and get that book free of cost. So what happened in that session, everyone was, when he will tell about the number, that's why everyone was attentive. No one was leaving. So that is one kind of very interesting, which I feel.
Yeah. Either that's the way you have to create a motivation. That's the fun and interactive. Yeah. Good idea, Suhas. Nice to know. Any more suggestion from anybody? Energizers, because this is a very important thing. Energizers. Maybe you can just ask somebody to imitate somebody, even a mimicry, or it's again mimicry. Everybody will not participate. Everybody will not. It also depends on the group size and the nature of people. Anyway, let's if there is no more suggestion, then we can move to the next point. Case study. What is a case study? This is a technique provides participant with a description of an event. You can narrate any event, any incident or situation where they remember the aura or the essence of that your company or your products which you are selling, or which ideas which you want to present in that presentation related to the subject under discussion. So basically you can create a case study, and maybe you can use some of the customer examples, real, and this case study you can prepare before, you can distribute to the people like we did the workshop. You can give the case study of 1 page one day before reading, or the same time they read and they form the group, they discuss the brainstorming ideas, they come and they present, which is related to that topic. So this is also one of the good effective way of teaching. And as like here today, we form the group and we ask the participants to analyze the brainstorming ideas from everybody. In the case study, participants analyze the case and report their findings to the entire group. So these findings can be give any suggestion that company was bankrupted, the company should have done these things better way, or the HR manager, even though you can give any organizational behavior case where HR manager is having a tough choices to make during the conflict management. So this will be opinion from the group. So that case study is also one of the effective tools people are using nowadays. Shy participants. How we can motivate the shy participants? It's very important because we want to touch everybody. Hand out a comment cards to all participants at the beginning of the session. Participants write comments and give to the trainer. And the trainer can address these questions and concerns with the group or privately if any necessary. So that will give the boosting to the shy participants that I am not neglected and I am also, my voice is also considered. As like I already explained yesterday start, each voice have equal weight. Nobody is correct and nobody is wrong. Each idea is most welcome. So if we as a trainer make them comfortable, will be good for the group. The next is a demonstration and hands-on. Like if you see now the picture here, the person is really, these are all things, I think there are the nurse or there are maybe the medical students. They're already explaining how to do the real demonstration of checking the organs or taking any measurements or some medical term. So demonstration is a very important, particularly if you are explaining an engineering product or any software. Ask them to show them that to the other two. The person knows better or the person who is shy, you can ask them to do the demonstration that please do the hands-on for me. And maybe he will do correct, maybe he will do not correct. Then you as a trainer can advise these things can be corrected, these things can be improved. That's the way, and that's the way he can show the learning to the rest of the group. So such demonstrations allow learner to increase their confidence and understanding. Absolutely, because I remember the pyramid, learning pyramid, 90% is acting, means when you do on your own with hands, the learning and the impact is more. So next is the group feedback. Like today, we ask the groups to break out and they talk about the ideas from it. The team leader talk about that. For example, if we give a case study to all of some groups, four case studies to the 4 groups, and the team leader is coming, and when the team leader is presenting, and after that presenting, I was commenting something. In that case, the other participants also can comment. But how to comment? It's important. As I say, after a demonstration, ask for feedback. Feedback should not be judgmental or negative. There is always a word called scope of improvement. The English is a very funny language, as you know. So when we use the word negative and judgmental, then the person can get insulted, he can get demotivated. So just scope of improvement, this will always make your life as a trainer and the participants more motivating and more participative. Feedback helps participate recognize their strengths as well as areas needing for improvement. I would also like to hear from the group now, which are the group feedback ideas can become. Can I get some ideas from the people? Which are different techniques we can use in the group feedback? How can somebody share any example in his company or anywhere?
In numbers,
sorry?
In numbers, can give the marking to 1 to 10?
Yes, that is a good idea that the trainer can explain that, guys, you have to rate this group with a 1 to 8, or there maybe it can be a competition. Good. Like Nishant says, the claps. Yeah, claps is good, but sometimes can we measure the claps? But claps will be too nice, but feedback will be more practical. Sujit, we didn't hear much from you. Can we hear from you? Sujit, what do you think about group feedback?
Yeah, hello sir. This is a group feedback. As point of view, we can give some points. Means like 1 to 10 points, or their improvements about the topics, or something. We can give some questions related to what you good learn about these topics and what is less learn about this topic. So it can be help to the next improvement in the sessions. That is also kind of thing we can ask from the audience.
Okay, that's very good. So group feedback as a suggestion giving. Anybody have any different suggestion on the group feedback?
Hi Yogesh, this is Amit here.
Yeah, Amit. Yeah, tell me, Amit. Yeah.
As a group feedback, we can also ask the person who is presenting on specific topic.
Yeah.
He can give us some of the evidence on that topic, so the other members of the attendees can understand this particular topics has been implemented in other areas also. It's like if you're somebody's presenting the product presentation, so that particular he can give the customer base and all that. So that evidence he should give it to during the presentation.
Okay, good. Means Amit, if I am not wrong, I understand that when you're giving group feedback, you're giving the example or the story of any testimonials of other case.
Yeah, case studies. You can say case studies. You can say case studies. Yeah.
Okay, case study. Okay, good. Thank you so much, Amit. Yeah.
Yogesh, we can ask them whether whether I was clear, concise, whether my workshop was concise, and we can ask them whether it is excellent, good, well organized. That kind of feedback we can take from the listeners, audience.
Yeah. No, I think Ram, but okay, we are not talking about here trainer feedback. We are talking about the workshop feedback. Correct, Ram? You're with me.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, this year talking the group feedback about the like we make the we'll make the brainstorming session now. Correct? The 4 team leaders come. For example, you presented something. If you are presenting a topic of that case study or some learning, then the group is asking question on that one that, okay, Ram, you explained this thing, but I feel you could have added in this topic, then this statement could have been, this learning could have been more effective. This is the real role play activity. This group feedback is for the role play activities. I can say after a demonstration, because earlier session we talk, earlier slide, here we talk about the demonstration. In this demos, like whatever I explained by theory, you please come as a practical. I'll give the example. For example, I'm selling a software, the interactive app for kids learning. Okay. Then I give the demonstration. I explain that one. I did the session online or even on face-to-face. Then I called a participant, sir, can you please come and try on your own? Because whenever you're explaining, some people are already delighted or excited to come and to try that software or to try that product where you are explaining. So they also, like, for example, I will tell you my in my case, okay, then I'm explaining the anchor bolt that this product is beautiful. If you use it, you'll have a peace of mind. The same product you give in their hand and ask to demonstrate physically as it should be, rather than showing the videos, his confidence will be entirely different. So we have conducted many training programs, the theoretical, and always in the feedback form, we always get the maximum mark for demonstration or the role plays, because in that one they really go in the role. They literally like walk the talk. What they heard, they are implementing in that way. So now when we come to the group feedback, then we had a role play of, for example, a customer or the buyer. Then in that one, two people plays. One was the customer, one was the buyer. So buyer is asking some question. Customer and the salesperson. Customer and the salesperson is the role play. Salesperson is trying to explain something. Customer is challenging him with some negative thought to demotivate him. So in this case, how the salesperson should handle that case? Then when the role play explains, then group feedback can give that. You were the salesperson, maybe you could have speak in the different way, and you as the customer could have been asked in the different way. So in that way, I hope I'm not confusing, or I'm explaining clearly about the group feedback.
Yes.
Yeah, इस्तेमाल करो फिर विश्वास करो.
Exactly. Seeing is believing. जो दिखता है वो दिखता है. Yeah, like that one. Yes. Now, I just want you to give attention to this small figure 2. There is a time server. This is a server, internet, client firewall, client, and all. Thank God, due to this diagram, at least some things are very clear. I at least feel that it's much more clear. But if I don't put this diagram at all, and I only talk that there is a server 100, it will connect it to internet, and also time server is parallelly connected, which is 200. Then client renewal will go. It will convert into NAT, then client, and it goes to client and client and client, and the dotted line is client to server, and the big dotted line is time synchronous. I think it can confuse the audience. But simple, before starting the presentation, if I use like the ready-made diagram like this, I put in the PPT, or in the flip chart, before 30 minutes before the session, I prepared the diagram, I put on the flip chart, and I just opened it. This is the very simple. There are a lot of complicated terms when we talk, but when we put in the drawings, as like again, remember the learning pyramid, hearing and seeing and hearing. So drawing a diagrams always play a very important role, and some participants learn best through visual activities. Consider, or you can create your illustrating interesting concept through a drawing rather than explaining it in words or by some other features. Or the best part, ask a participants who understood your concept. Ask him, come, my friend, congratulations, thank you so much. You're the brave enough to take this charge on the stage. The volunteer can come on the stage and he can illustrate what the trainer have verbally taught in a session. He can explain through drawing. So it's also like the gar ki murgi dal barabar. So it's like somebody else is telling. When the participant himself is coming and he's explaining the concept, trainer job is much more easier. And that guy understood more. So the other participants can understand more. I just heard the alarm. So with your due permission, we are now, can I take a break? Drawing diagrams, I hope it's clear. And before taking the break, I want to ask any question is there or any suggestion where we can see? Hello?
So far, everything is clear.
Yeah, okay. Okay, everything is clear. Okay, then I think we'll have some more interactive. We will start back around 5:10. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Hear from you, Abhinay.
Yeah, sure. In the beginning, we had a group activity and we had a nice task to perform, and then we went to smaller topics like usage of venue, how much venue you should use, up to till which place you should reach, then Energizer, how to use it, what not to use during Energizer, usage of diagrams, and getting ready yourself. Like equipments, getting used to the machines, or having a backup of your machine or laptop, in terms of having a person as a backup also. We talked about this.
That was very, very nice point you highlighted. Thank you so much, Abhinay. Thank you so much. Can we hear something from Kedar Goswami?
Hello.
Hi, Kedar. Yeah.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi, Kedar. Yeah.
Yeah. We started with the by grouping,
Yes.
brainstorming, introduction of the individuals, and we are getting the ideas.
Correct.
Then energizers, how to energize this one, and how to introduce that before starting the any sections where to for the diagram. It is very important.
Correct. Rather than a difficult case, diagram is easy to explain. Huh? Yeah.
Easy to explain. Yeah, that's the things. And the techniques.
Techniques, yeah. Materials and methods and techniques. Methods and techniques for effective.
Yes.
Yeah. I think Kedar, you covered some of the good points. That's good. Yeah. Can we hear something from Amit? I hope the team or the colleagues or the participant don't mind if I am asking them by names to come with the screen. Yeah, Amit?
Yeah.
Absolutely not. We can.
Thank you, Sandeep. Yeah. Yes, Amit, can we hear from you?
Yeah. Hi. The basic what we are covered, what exactly topic we are going to cover for the audience. That is a main and important thing. Is important. Then some of the technical challenges what we face before the presentation. So we should make sure that we do all that correction, like projectors and all that. So these are the basic fundamental thing we generally forget before doing the presentation.
Yes, very important.
Apart from once we do we always generally gets hurried to complete the presentation, and we forget to ask what is the feedback. And also the most important thing what I have got to know from this is we should keep the stage 2 discussion, what could be the next topic of the meeting. So that is one thing.
Action plan.
Action plan or stage 2 discussion. That is something which we got to know today. Yeah.
Okay, that thank you so much for Amit for your opinion. If any more point, if anybody wants to add, please add. Yes, so just I'm going through the chart, and Sujit says backup things, case study, role play, training preparation. Yes, we covered a nice small workshop. People give very nice, interesting ideas. And we also covered about the brainstorming session, which we already did. So that will be more remembering, hopefully. But then, okay, I think then we are good to go to next topic. Let me see one more chart is there. How to interact with shy participants. Good, Pallavi. That's the point also I forgot to highlight. Maybe it will be good for the Anil who has joined recently. How to interact with the shy participants and which aid to be used that we covered in yesterday, but today we are showing that which aid to use in which type of training program. Okay, let's move to the next. We already covered drawings and diagrams. Logos, try to use lot of different logos which will speak louder than your words. Now this logos is this slide is teaching about the some food styles, fish and banana and apple, carrot, but also the logo can be anything. Logo can be of your company. Logo can be of your communication which you want to communicate. It is for the it's for the motivation or presentation skills, anything, the logo which is more effective. People try to connect logo. I just want to share my experience. Okay, once we were organizing a topic on pricing for profit, how to do the pricing, which pricing method should be avoided, and then suddenly I want to discuss a case study into that one, which I was prepared before. Then I put a Starbucks logo, just one slide. All the participants got little bit awake that Starbucks, why? What is the relation of Starbucks? Then I said, why? What do you feel about Starbucks, guys? Then people start talking. Starbucks logo means a prestige. Starbucks means it's a status symbol to go in Starbucks. Starbucks means good quality. Starbucks means they put the music, which is very good. Starbucks means right quality of coffee, which is well grounded in a special machines and expensive. So some people also proudly saying, You come there, I'm in Starbucks. They're not mentioning I'm in coffee shop, but Starbucks. So in that one, then after that, I want to talk about the pricing, how Starbucks did to increase their profitability. So now I could have continued with a different way, but pricing or the numbers, finance is little challenging topic. If you use any logo in between, suddenly the mind can start thinking towards that logo and you can divert the attention. There are different ideas can come. So there are a lot of good professionals here. If you can share any of your experience, again, the audience we would like to learn from you, where you use any logo or where you saw any logo and it gives you some triggered learning experience. Maybe Sandeep, yeah. Sorry, somebody.
Yogesh, I may not have much to give us an input, but I have a question.
Please.
I observed in some of the places the image or logo, something which is funny, they use.
Correct.
How does it go, or how impact does it make? I'm a bit at times get questioned about it. What is your opinion?
No, you can use as funny as possible. Definitely, because it's always, see, we as a human being, I don't think that except with only with some of the exception people, they want to be serious in the life. No, everybody wants to be happy, smiling, happy ending stories. Sad stories we don't like much. It can be impact. Sometimes you have to use a sad story. So absolutely using a funny logo or even the smileys, and that's fine. Means it also depends on the topic. What, of course, if you're talking the serious thing where some disaster happen,
okay. Not
I got.
But presenting something, let's say even business meeting, general common business meeting of describing something.
Okay.
At times I've seen having a image or a photograph making some fun of something. Just at times I feel diverted. Is it wrong or right?
No, can you give me the example for the all of us? Means then I can answer well. I'm still.
There was a presentation for there was an organization which came to giving safety as a understanding towards safety. So there was an image in which a big tree, not exactly, it was not a tree, a car falling from the sky, and below there was a very elephant was standing, like that image. So it was very
tree fell down on car. Yeah. Okay.
And there's an elephant on car was falling on elephant. So it was like a bit kind of funny in terms of dramatic, but still he used it and then he moved on it. It was actually a breaking deal. It was if it would have been cracked. So I'm not sure how useful that such things.
No. Abhinav means okay. So you want to say no? I feel personally opinion. It's also depend on the situation, but being little bit funny and making it interactive is good. That's fine. Absolutely.
Okay. Here I want to add one point. Can I add it?
Please.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
As Abhinay is saying that it was a bit funny, but he's still remembering that presentation and keeping in mind. So that might be the impact of that funny image.
True, but does the corporate or the management takes it that way? That was my thinking. Then fine.
Abhinay, yeah. Thank you so much for your question. Also, thank you so much for comment from Swati. No, this is absolutely fine. It doesn't mind, because whatever the positions are there, we all are humans and we are not the program machines. So people like to get some, because they say there is a hidden kid in everybody. So if you are using that point, that is keeping simple, correct? Using funny of something means you're keeping it simple. Huh? Yeah.
True.
So keeping simple, but if it is impactful, absolutely fine. I will tell you, I have seen there are special one-day sessions only to write on the flip charts. How to write on the flip charts. There you have to use so much about the logos. Even unfortunately here now I'm not able to use the flip chart, but I will explain you. Even the agendas you can explain on the flip chart. Like you make a nice curvy road. It's like going in the ghat, okay, up in the mountain, yeah. And then you say that we are going to start here. then 9 o'clock starting, then 10:30, then another logo of some road structure. Here we'll take a pit stop to eat our snacks. Then 12 o'clock, the bigger pit stop, will change our tires on the highway or some logo. There we'll take a break. And then again, 3 o'clock, another break, and 5 o'clock, we'll finish our session. Then some garage logo or sign where everything is good and the car is running up to smoothly after learning. So that was so impactful. Even they put a lot of images of the people, again, rather than logos, if you add the human factor, like if you say this slide I put, if you put only these 5 things like fish is there, cheese is there, carrot is there, banana and the apple. But when human effect comes, immediately learning comes in the mind. Yeah. But if the human is not there, it will only the eating will come in our mind. So human touch has to be there in your logos. And I saw, because I got some interesting training during my trainer session in Germany. One half day session was only for flip charts. How to use, you can do a lot of color combination during the logo. You can prepare the slides before, or there are now apps in Apple or Samsung. And you can do this logo manually in the computer, and that screenshot you can put in that. So, yeah. So
Yogesh, can I add something?
Sorry. Yeah, please.
Ram? Yeah. See, in our company, we used to keep our logo, rather than keeping company logo, we used to add our ENY or auditor's logo. That are more effective. If we are giving any our financials or not, we don't disclose it, but give the snippets, we just put the down or top our auditor's logo. Even if we go for customers meeting or any along with your sales, we need to give the ICV logo. ICV logo itself is more effective. Instead of telling them that was we having 1, 2, 3 certification, that logo itself is telling that okay, they are with this certification they are equipped with.
Exactly. It means just to extension of their, like for example, I'm telling that my products are ETA, like certified by European Union. Rather than mentioning, just put a certified European logo, it will be more effective. It will connect more, like as we learned in last 3 hours, yesterday and today. Logos or the combination of, again, picture, GIF. Instead of logos, you can put GIF also nowadays. A lot of GIFs are available on Google. Saying thank you to your audience. If a nice celebrity is waving some kisses and some Jim Carrey is making funny comment with saying thank you, believe me, it looks very impressive. People connect it more rather than you saying thank you. I think thank you so much for already interesting opinion. Let's also move to the next slide. Please keep giving your opinions, guys. We want to have a very interactive session. Thank you. So storytelling. Nowadays, storytelling is, again, there is a storytelling special training programs only on storytelling. There is a corporate storytelling. There is a kid storytelling. Storytelling increases your creativity and excitement among the participants. So you can use either testimonials from previous participants. Then you can your own story creation. I want to share a small story now to you with your, I hope you will be interested into that one. I want to put in that one. Just recently married couple, a husband and wife. I have to be specific. Sometimes husband and wife, just recently married, going in the long drive in a beautiful car. That car is not a brand new. The person already purchased before. They were so immensely in love with each other. They were singing, "We are made for each other. We are made for each other." The girl is blushing. The boy is very excited, this and that. And suddenly, the car banged onto the truck, which was just stopped immediately. The guy cannot apply brakes. What was the problem? After police investigation, they found that the brake pads used were not of the genuine quality and the car were not well maintained. So, my friend, it's really, I urge, please always use the original and genuine parts and always service your car from reputed or the authorized service provider. Thankfully, both of them survived with some minor injuries, but it could have been it could have resulted in a very dangerous situation. Thank you so much for your attention. So This is one of the stories people do create. We also do in our training programs. We also try to create a story. You can create the, here now you should use your facial expressions, excitement, funny. When the sad incident, take a pause for 5 seconds. Pin drop silence. Even somebody is sleeping, he will, what happened? Silence. That will make your again impact. You want to give some message. Storytelling also, it's extension of impromptu or elevator speech. I would like to take a opinion or learning from the audience now. How many of you are aware about the elevator speech? Elevator speech. Either you can speak or you can put in the chat, please. Elevator speech or impromptu speaking.
Yeah, I am aware about elevator speech.
Good. Okay, Sushil is not aware. That's okay. But okay, can you explain, Sandeep?
Yeah, it's just a generic phenomena like how much time we spent in an elevator.
Yes.
Within that time frame, we have to, let's say, I will take my own example. If I have to talk about my project and my CEO or CFO caught me in the lift elevator, then I will have to quickly explain them what my project is all about, how
Yes.
it's adding value for the company.
Absolutely. You have only 1 minute. Elevator speech means 1 minute. It can be called as a table topic. It can be called as impromptu speaking. Even you are as a presenter, sometimes you have to create a story within that spot of 1 minute to convince your ideas or to answer the question. Swati also agrees that on the spot we have to speak. That is impromptu or elevator speech. Yes, exactly. Any more opinion somebody have on storytelling or elevator speech? We would like to hear from the participants.
Like a clear and brief message or your commercial about you.
Yes. Just on the point, and that again, this also will be developed from the practice. Some readings, as you know, the people who read a lot, they talk a lot because they have the vocabulary, they have the words with them. So you have to keep reading, and that will also create the things. Just excuse me 1 minute. Okay, so let's move to the next topic of story with statistics. You can use some story with statistics. For example, a presenter is from the medical representative field, and he's talking about the importance of health and exercises. He can create a story. Just in the today morning, 3 o'clock, I got call from my friend from India. He's just 35 years old, and his wife was telling me that he has suffered through the cardiac arrest. Age of 35, cardiac arrest. Dear friends and all the participants, 65% of the people in UAE are obese. 75% people are filling with diabetes, blah, 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 like that. I don't want to take a lot of stories today, but if you use the story with statistics, either you want to sell or you want to convince, HR manager can tell with the statistics that how many people have joined, the employee turnover, again the percentage, employee satisfaction index, to convince his participants on the first day of induction training. So these are just, I'm trying to use a different module because we are having the participants from different variety. So now dealing with questions. This is also an interesting point because no question is good or bad, and you have to actually encourage and embrace them to ask the questions. There is a track technique. What is a track technique? Thank the questioner. Thank you so much, XYZ, for your question. Very interesting question. Repeat the question because you're just listening to only one person. Repeat the question that, okay, Mr. Abhinav wants to ask the question because maybe you answer and the audience don't know you're answering for what question. So repeat the question. Answer the question. So after repeating the question, maximum audience hopefully will attend to you, give the attention to you, then you can answer the question. After answering the question, check with the questioner if they are satisfied, because maybe he's asking something different thing and you're answering something different, again it will land up in the confusion. Already the participant is confused. He's asking something and you are asking something, you are giving the answer something different. So please check with the question if they are satisfied. Sir, madam, have I answered your question? And thank you so much. Thank you so much for asking. Encourage them because it will also give you more learning effect. Before answering the question, when you are saying that Mr. Abhinav has asked this question, you can reword the question in a simple language or the same language where it will be reaching to the each type of audience, everybody they will get. You can simply say, I don't know. If necessary, you cannot find the answer. Rather than giving a vague or false answer, please tell them, sir, unfortunately, I don't know. I'm not sure. Let me check with my expert. Let me check with my details. Let me check with my senior person. I'll come back to you. That is absolutely fine. Nobody is going to shoot on that day you didn't give the question. You didn't give the answer. Decide when questions should be asked. Now, here our platform, we are yesterday around 25 to 30 people. Today is around 19, 20 people. So the trainer should decide when question can be asked, because if the number is big and the one person is asking too many questions, irrelevant question, relevant question, you will not finish the program because there is a timeline given by the organizer for you. Maybe the room is booked for that time. Maybe somebody have to catch the flight. So decide when question should be asked. It's always better in the end of session. If you're attending a big area, what type, you have only 1 hour and you have to finish that topic. You don't have any option. Then maybe reduce the content, keep the 5 minutes or 10 minutes from the question. Except in internal training program in the companies, we should avoid saying that you can ask me anytime. Internal training, because you have the time. Even you didn't finish the training on that day, you have the liberty to go next day. Guys, we couldn't finish today. Let's do a half day session tomorrow also. Generally, that is not a correct practice. If it is planned in the agenda, please try to finish in the agenda. Otherwise, agenda should be prepared much planning in advance. You should know the participant and all that we already discussed. Also dealing with the questions, except in internal training program, as we already explained. Now, there are only 5 minutes left in the training program, and there are too many people are asking the question. How you can control the situation? Can we have some ideas and opinion from people? I will repeat my question. You're having,
sorry.
Yeah, please.
Ask them to contact separately if there are many questions, and probably we should take a question which we feel it is a more to wider audience, and individual questions can be taken up later.
Very good. This is absolutely correct because you have to stick to that. Any other opinion? Thank you so much, Suhas. Any other opinion?
Yeah, normally I also said, sorry, go on. I think someone's speaking.
Yes.
No, Sandeep, you go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So normally I said the expectation in the beginning itself that I would highly encourage 90% questions we will take towards the end of the session. However, it's really pressing or something urgent, you can definitely stop me and ask it.
This is also absolutely fine. The combination of both things. So you are trying to cover all, 90% of the audience also will wait. If till 10% comes to come, you can handle that and it will not hamper your timing. Beautiful idea. Yes. Thank you so much, Sandeep. I think Ram wants to add something. Ram?
Yeah, we can ask them say that we have time up to the 10 to 15 questions due to the time restraint. Or we can, if it is more, then we can ask them to write it on a piece of paper and we will come back to you with detailed answers.
Yes, brilliant, brilliant. This is also a good idea, and I saw and I also implemented in some of the case. Now we also have one interesting comment from Kedar Goswami. Sorry, please.
Yeah, Yogesh, I have one point. Actually, this happened with me. I was presenting and there were almost like 15-20 attendees into it, and in the end of the session they were asking so many questions, and the time was very short. So what I answered a couple of questions, and then the organizer there, I told him to gather all the questions and send me the Excel, and I'll try to respond all these questions within a week time. So what happened that when though so many people were asking the questions, many questions were similar.
Exactly.
So when that particular organizer organized and he sent to me, it was just 3 or 4 questions. So I immediately answered the next day and it was sorted then.
Yeah, this is good idea. And Sushil, one thing I want to highlight here, you said after 1 week, brilliant. We should not overcommit. No, you just send, I will reply tomorrow. Maybe you'll forget tomorrow. Maybe you don't have time. Take a decent amount of time from them. I will reply in 1 week. I'll reply in 3 days. I'll check that one. This is a beautiful concept, and we should never say no. Sorry, I cannot answer your question. This is a brilliant idea. You write in the paper, give to the organizers, say come back. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah. This is very nice comment from Kedar Goswami. Really, this is to control your 5 minutes. Guys, can we have a last 3 questions? Can we have a last 2 questions? Then automatically audience understand that there are only 2 questions to ask. If still somebody is really very eager to know, and he can still say that I want to contact the organizer, or he can, and even a lot of trainers also give the mobile number or the WhatsApp or the email ID, and a lot of people, even the professors, you say doctorate professors, they do share the email ID because of the time constraint. The session is fixed with the timing. So guys, let's have a last 3 questions so they can minimize the questions in that one. So yeah, Nishant says that we can have more follow-up session for pending questions and doubts. Exactly. This also can give a door opener for you to do another training program for that set of people. It also gives that some questions or queries are not solved, and that topic can be covered in the next session. Thank you so much. Any more idea of the questions?
Yeah, I have one thing. It is a bit off it in different way, in other way around.
Yeah.
So the topic is very easy, something not very touchy or something. It's just a normal presentation. At times people don't ask questions.
Yeah.
So in case we can start feeding some questions, and
yes.
We can give them question and answer it accordingly, just as a other ways.
This is beautiful. This is, you can always tell them what you think about this. This is
exactly.
Clear with you. This is clear with you. That topic, yeah, you can probe them. You can probe them. You can encourage them to ask the questions. Maybe
exactly.
And you never know. There are a guy who don't want to speak a lot, but he will have only one question. But that question will be $1 million question.
Exactly.
It will open up. It will open up your mind. It will open the audience. It will change the thought, because we never know what type of talent is hidden in different people. Yeah, that's correct. Good. Okay, so if no more no more opinions on this topic, then we can move. Now, feedback form. Feedback is a gift actually from the participants. We should not do any training program without feedback. It's like you're playing a football and there is no goalpost there. It's like you're putting the arrow in the air, but there is no aim. So feedback form, you also define your question in the feedback form. What exactly you want to know? What parameters of your training you want to check? Now, in the end of this session, Suhas also will forward or will take the poll opinion in that one. I'm trying to cover some feedback form. And feedback is a gift. Sometimes we will get some different feedback from that one. Please take it positively. It can demotivate you also. Absolutely fine. You should not get demotivated. The blunt feedback people don't put generally on the paper, but maybe you can feel, you can interpret from that feedback that he's pointing to that topic, he's pointing to that topic. It can demotivate you, but the next day morning, fresh morning, because learning is a continuous process. So I feel in that one, we can overcome these challenges, whatever the feedback is coming. But please do pay attention to feedback and try to implement that feedback in his next training program. Actually, you may be knowing, I want to ask a small question. What the stand-up comedians always do after their session? Can anyone tell, to improve their next session, what they do?
They just go out of the theater to know the reaction of people.
Yeah, that is one of the easy method, but on face-to-face, are you sure people will give very, actually it's a human, we cannot say on the face. There are very few people speak on the blunt that no, your session was not entertaining, I got bored. Which can be a different idea. Generally stand-up comedians and some people
do. Watch their recording again.
Who said this one?
Neha Shekhar.
Exactly, or bang on. They watch the recordings and they see where people didn't laugh. Okay, where people didn't laugh, they remove the session, that part from their stand-up comedy session. They will not use the next time. Even the audience is different, they will not use. Simply at that punch, people are not laughing. Means what a comedy! It's not a serious presentation or training. That's the beautiful. So the same thing you can also do. There are like people, the companies, you can ask your colleague to do the video, or you can also do the mock-up or in front of mirror, or itself you put your any phone, iPhone or Samsung or any phone, and do the recording, and you look at yourself. That video also will give the feedback. The people will give the feedback, but the mirror or video will give the more feedback. So then that's will move for the last slide of the last second, I will say. Any questions and comments so far before we move for the feedback form? And thanks note from my side. Any questions and any suggestion? Because we have still, yes, we have some 5 minutes for the question answers. 5 to 10 minutes we can take. And after that, yeah, please. Any is comment is there? Any suggestion that you can put in the feedback form? Sorry, I would like to ask the questions. Any doubt? Any things which I couldn't cover or which I could not explain, or maybe I too fast or I too slow? Any questions from the audience, please?
Can I?
Please, Abhinay. Yeah.
Sandeep, I guess he meant you. You can continue, Sandeep.
No, I think he said Amit. So you can continue, Amit. I will after you. I will ask.
No, Abhinay. I just, the name is coming there. Actually, I'm not really.
Okay. Sorry. Fine. I was just trying to add here the engagement of some participant. Someone was asking this question. I don't know if we already answered that. Some shy participant, not very interactive. And part of our monthly PMI gathering, I'm a part of PMI local chapter member here. Okay. They use Slido.com kind of tool, which we don't need to install, but we can simply ask feedback or the collective opinion. If 50 people are there, then voting kind of things also there. So I really like that Slido thing.
Okay, that's good. That's very nice suggestion. I think Suhas is already arranged a poll. Even Zoom have some feature, I think. Correct, Suhas?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. So that will give the feedback.
Yes. Zoom as well.
Even there are app called Kahoot, KAHOOT. Even you can take a poll. Even you can take a quiz on that one. That will immediately in the Excel sheet output will come. You can enter the questions as a test in the Excel sheet. You can upload directly, and it will give the option into the multiple choice question.
One more thing, Yogesh. This will be the last 2 points only before I complete my thing.
Please.
During the initial early years of my career, I got contacted, become a member of Toastmaster Club. Now, because of Corona, it's not practically possible. But I would strongly advise for all those who really want to work on their presentation skills.
Yes,
they should join Toastmaster clubs. It's a very good tool, very good people, a group of people.
Yes, I am just writing the exact details on here. Sandeep, as you rightly said, it's a very cheap and effective platform to learn as public speaking.
Can you share the details of this Toastmaster, Sandeep?
See, I just put the name here now. If Suhas, I can just, Sandeep, if you allow, I can just share the details. Like you are also going.
Please go on, Yogesh. This is just a brainstorming, no problem.
Correct. Toastmaster International is a non-profit organization, Philadelphia-based, USA, and they are having the project 1 to project 10. I already finished three projects. My wife already finished 10 projects, and she is called as a CC. Competent communicator. After that one, after finishing the 10 projects means speaking. There is a 5-minute session of speaking, and then you will get a certificate. Even you can start your own consultancy company to train people and a lot of. And this is very effective. And nowadays, Sandeep, just for your information and for all of us, Nowadays, because of Corona, the meetings are not stopped. They are going to online meetings now. So they're conducting the online sessions, and there is a person who will evaluate your speech, that what was good in the speech, what is the scope of improvement. And it is a very nice and encouraging platform. And there are different clubs all over the world. I will take. There are different clubs all over the world. Just go on the Google, put Toastmaster International in your area name. You will immediately find the website, the contact number of that president. You contact him, go for the free demo session. You attend a 2-hour session. Then more details they will explain to you that one. Correct,
So
Sandeep?
for Suhas only, I am adding one thing because he asked how to contact. So the way we have PMI local chapters, wherever we go across the world, we are connected with PMI via local chapters. Even
Correct.
Toastmaster have same concept across the multinational companies as well.
Yes.
Like
yes.
TCS having their own Toastmaster club. My previous employer was having their own. Same way like IBM, Accenture, every company having their own local Toastmaster clubs.
Okay.
Where global presence companies are there. Yeah.
Because I did not get chance to attend this one Toastmaster. I always was thinking sometime I will attend, but never took out time.
No. So as we strongly urge for you and for all the participants to look up that one. So guys,
why it is required? Because I'm just sharing my own experience. I was kind of a bit shy nature, and I was into core technical server storage profiles earlier before becoming project and program management professional. And I was really struggling to conduct the effective meetings in 2010, 2011. I asked this to my boss, and he told me, why don't you join Toastmaster Club of our own company? Then you will learn a lot of good things there. And being a technical background person, I was struggling with these competencies. Honestly, these are the management competencies, by the way. So I really got benefited out of it. And over the time, as you rightly said, Yogesh, the 90% of the learning curve, 90% of the learning happened when we start doing it.
Yes,
it really
yes,
happened
absolutely.
with, in my case, in reality. Okay.
Absolutely.
Then I myself facilitate the meetings, conducting meetings for last 10+ years with the various stakeholders. So it became a routine life for me. Then honestly, I did find any Toastmaster club in Middle East because I was continuing with that anyways. In my
No. There are a lot of clubs, and there are and here the Toastmaster clubs are more dynamic because you will find the multiple nationalities. So you will immediately enhance your speaking pronunciation as per the Arabs, Filipinos, or British or European. You know, that's very beautiful. Yeah. I think good. Pallavi already gave some contact number also in the chat box. Okay, guys, then I think if any question and comments is not there, then I would like to say thank you for your participation. I'll not say attendance because it was really participative. I'm very happy. Almost all the 19 participants were quite active, and they were thankful to answer my questions. I feel I didn't trouble them by asking questions, because we are a very informal platform. We want to learn from each other. Also, one last note I want to share, that we didn't spend money wise in last 2 days, but we spent a lot of time on this activity, you, me. So please, at least if you can implement 3 things, at least you can implement 3 things in your day-to-day job life, either it is at home with your kids or also in corporate life, yesterday and today's learning. Then our 4.5-hour session is fruitful. We'll be really looking for another session in coming days. Thank you so much. Suhas, then over to you.
Sure. I'll just stop the presentation so that everyone will be there.
Yeah.
Guys, I'll launch some questions and I'll give you time to answer. The question are straight away 1 to 5 parameters we need to rate the questions. So I'll start with the first question. It will be on your screen. You can answer design and selection of the topic.
Guys, and please be fair, please be blunt for giving the opinion, because learning is a continuous process. Even I want to improve in coming days. So please, if you feel some idea was not up to mark and all want to improvement, please, I would be happy to gain that new learnings and advice. Please.
Done, everyone?
Yeah.
Okay. I will stop this one. I will launch another poll. Relevance of exercise used. Okay. I'm going to next question now. Professional usefulness of the program. Okay. The usefulness of the training materials. Yep. Going to next question. Knowledge of the trainer on subject. Yep. And the last question, overall effectiveness of the session. Okay, we got all the answers. These were the 6 questions we are having. Just one thing I will take out. Just give me a second, guys. I'll just take the details so that I can pass it to him. Okay. Thanks, everyone. Is anything else, Yogesh?
No, that's all from my side. So as we say, the learning, all learning pyramid, remember, implement, then learning will be more effective. Thank you so much for everybody's attention and the time. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I want to thanks Yogesh because this is most of the, like I can say, this is a professional training, which even if I go out easily, I cannot get. And if my bank anyway bank, when they manage, they spends in dollars, and really I feel like so much importance to these trainings. And sometimes even I register because one of the training, how to present yourself, that was a PPT related, which I registered, and bank has paid the quite significant amount for that one. And that always means I was surprised when they were paying more than $1,000 for the presentation, like a one-day workshop, that to prepare a PPT. So that is these are these presentations which are very expensive in market, and that too you cannot find it easily. So basically for Ami Parivar, you took out time, and the most important thing, guys, he contacted me based on our communication, because right now what we are doing, we are looking for the people who wants to contribute to the community. Right now, fortunately, already we are pipeline almost 20 programs. Everyone is willing to contribute. We are getting response, because ultimately, even there are people who wants to contribute, and if there is no response, then it will not be any fruitful. But I can say proudly, in last our total 10 sessions, already 484 unique people have attended our sessions.
Yes.
484 unique. So that is I can say, like a person, Sandeep, who is a now routine for me every day. Sandeep, Neha, then Ashish. These are the routine people. Pallav is also most of the session. Amit Vasmatkar, he attended many sessions. So this one, when you see the time, when you interact with people, then you'll get to know those details.
Yes, yes,
You,
yes.
And ultimately, because I can see there are people now, they are coming up with the session and the motivation which we are getting over here. Even today, I got one message from the person. He's into animation and photography. So that person wants to get into that one, how he can contribute. Another one, calligraphy classes. So we have another one session this Tuesday that is for kids only. So we are not only looking for only one segment, but we are going in wider segments. And from all 17, 18 guys, if you have any suggestions or you have anything to present, you can always tell me, and we can look out and we can plan. Or if you have someone in your contacts who wants to contribute, we can plan a session for them as well.
Suhas, there are people asking question. Maybe in past they might have missed it from our side, AMI side, I mean. And if they want to attend future session, how they can contact you?
Anyway, look, already I have shared the registration links, so they can go register. Because this is the one exercise which I do every alternate day. Go to that Google Forms, download all numbers, then correct numbers in proper format, and then send to everyone. I have to add everyone's number in one.
Not an easy task. It's a painful task. You're spending this time and energy for just as a community service. This is very good, Suhas. No, keep it doing. We all also should be contribute in a different way. That's our moral responsibility. Yes.
Can I take 2 minutes of your time, your and Suhas mainly? See,
Yes.
you know what? We all are professional and we are struggling in our day-to-day life, in our professional areas. All these things take very big courage. I remember a complete summary, one line summary from your yesterday session, Yogesh, that fear of presentation is considered to be a biggest fear across the world for all nationality, which is very true. We all have evidence this throughout our life with our colleagues, our senior people, brother, sister, all, right? And it takes very big courage to contribute for society. Yogesh, as Suhas rightly said, this is very big thing you are doing for all of us, and we really thank you for all these efforts.
Thank you
even
so
Suhas as well, because Suhas has been a key instrument arranging all this session and connecting all the presenters with this bigger audience.
Yes. Because he has break the ice now. Because it's always now the momentum has started. A lot of people will join. We all should take a moral responsibility to support him in a different way. Support can be in different way. So that's good. I think yes, Sandeep rightly said. I also want to join his upcoming sessions as a audience, as I want to learn a lot of things.
Yes. In future, I will definitely work with Suhas and AMI management people as well. But I'm just an informal announcement I'm making here. Whoever interested in project management, PMP kind of stuff, I will always be open for the voluntary and contribution work.
So that's good.
Probably that is a good session, good suggestion, Sandeep. What I will do, I will work on that one. Probably what we can do, we can come up with our own mentors. So who wants to mentor, because there are many people who wants a guidance.
Absolutely.
Like you want to contribute as a mentor. So probably there are many people who wants to contribute. Most of the time what happens, myself or Snehal gets multiple calls, and basically we are not expert in each area.
Nobody can be perfect.
Areas where we are expert, and we can guide. But in last session, one of the ladies, she was asking about some certification in accountancy. We are not aware about the certification in accountancy. So probably this concept I will take from you about the mentors. I will circulate on our groups. Whoever wants to be a mentor, they can register, and at least I can connect people with the correct person.
That's good. That's good. Like-minded people or like industry, same industry people. Yeah, good. You know, good. That will be good. Okay, I think so. That will be a great experience. Thank you so much for me. Yeah. Yes, Suhas, I will take a leave then. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. And very good session, Yogesh.
Can you just read the question in chat?
Yes. Yeah, Sandeep says, dear Yogesh, I know you are part of our group already. Would you mind sharing your contact number here? Of course, why not? With all pleasure, you know.
Guys, one thing I would suggest you.
Yeah.
1 minute.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, please carry on. You can share that one.
Yeah, I already shared the number, and as I think Suhas said here, na, the mentors and all, because you know, different field, different expertise are there, domain knowledge, many of them 15-year experience, 10 years experience, even somebody from the doctor field, you know, even already these things are maybe something mindfulness session can be there. Now there's emotional intelligence. I can do announcement here. I can take a 1 hour emotional intelligence session, like in our office, somebody is doing the presentation like that. So
I shared Yogesh LinkedIn profile as well. You can connect there, because most of the time this LinkedIn, when you get into, so that is definitely useful for you. Sure. Also, what Yogesh is actually doing, and that details you can easily find from him.
Yes, that's good.
Because sometimes mobile you might miss calls on that one, but still LinkedIn you can connect, you can message him, follow him.
No, even I can openly do the announcement here that my mobile number is same from last 12 years, and this is the WhatsApp number. So please feel free. If I'm not able to pick the phone because of the work commitment due to meetings, but definitely I'll make it sure I respond to your WhatsApp.
Yogesh, I think you respond. You are not responded the number.
No, I put in the chat.
No, just change to everyone. It might have gone to someone individual.
Oh, sorry.
Messaging you.
I understand. Now I'm just putting in. Okay, I'm putting now.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, and have a nice learning continued. Okay. Bye-bye.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you so much. Bye-bye.